A 19-year-old college student in Texas pulled in $12,000 last month. No inheritance, no rich parents, no viral video. She's still taking classes, still doing homework on Sundays, still working about 6 hours a day. Meanwhile, you're applying to the same barista jobs as everyone else in your dorm. You're sending out resumes, you're driving for Uber between lectures, you're exhausted and you're still broke. The gap between you and her is not talent, it's not luck. It's not rich parents or connections or some secret degree. It's one specific system almost nobody is teaching you in school. Let's be honest about where you are right now. Rent is due. Textbooks cost more than rent. Your part-time job barely covers gas. You open your banking app and the number keeps going down. You tell yourself you'll figure it out after graduation. But graduation is 2 years away and you're counting quarters in your car tonight. This is the trap, not because you're lazy, because the path everyone keeps pointing you toward mathematically cannot get you out in time. And the worst part is, every adult in your life insists this path still works. It used to, it does not anymore. So what does everyone tell you to do? Get another job, pick up more hours, apply to scholarships, learn to budget, skip the coffee meal prep, save $10 a week from nothing. This advice is not wrong exactly. It is mathematically hopeless. $10 a week saved is $520 a year. A single textbook eats half of that. You cannot save your way out. Let me do the math. Nobody does out loud. The average student part-time job pays about $15 an hour, 20 hours a week, because more than that, and your grades start to collapse. That is $300 a week, $1,200 a month before taxes. After taxes, call it $1,000 flat. Rent in most college towns now starts at $900. You're already losing. Here's what is actually happening. The old advice was built for a world where the cost of living and the cost of education moved together. That world is gone. It has been gone for years now. Tuition has roughly tripled since your parents went to school. Rent in most college towns has doubled in the last 7 years. And wages for student jobs have barely moved at all during that same stretch. So when a finance guru tells you to skip the latte and save your way to freedom, they are giving you advice built for a reality that no longer exists. You are not failing the system at all. The system is handing you an impossible equation and then blaming you for the answer. You could work every legal hour available to a full-time student and still not break even. That is not your fault. But while you're trying to solve an impossible equation, a small group of students quietly figured out they could stop playing that game entirely. They stopped trading hours for dollars altogether completely. They stopped waiting for permission from an employer. They stopped applying to jobs. They built something completely different. And most of them are not smarter than you. Most are not working harder than you. They just saw one thing you have not seen yet. One simple shift that changes the math from impossible to obvious. It took them a weekend to learn, a month to start earning actual money. And after 6 months, the ones who stuck with it are pulling in more money than most of their own professors are making. So let me show you exactly what they are doing differently right now. They are running something called a productized service. That phrase sounds technical. It is not. It just means they sell one specific outcome at one fixed price over and over again forever. Here's the key. A normal freelancer sells hours. If a client needs more work, the freelancer charges more hours. The ceiling is always the same, 24 hours in a day, and you need to sleep. A productized service is the opposite. You sell a fixed output, short-form video clips, landing pages, code email sequences, logo packages, one thing, one price, delivered on a predictable monthly schedule. And here's the mechanism that makes the whole thing work. AI collapses your delivery time. What used to take 20 hours now takes 2. The client still pays the flat price. You keep the entire difference. Let me make this concrete. A student offers 10 short-form video clips per month for a creator. The price is $1,500 flat. 2 years ago, that job would have taken 30 hours of editing work today. With AI assist on cutting, captioning, and thumbnail generation, the same 10 clips take about 4 hours total. The client pays the same $1,500. The student keeps 90% of that flat money. Now stack clients, 3 clients at $1,500 each is $4,500 a month. 5 clients is $7,500. 7 clients, which is about the comfortable ceiling, is over $10,000 monthly. And here's the part most people miss completely. Each extra client does not double your work. It adds maybe 3 or 4 hours a week because the system you built for client 1 works for client 7. This is leverage, real leverage, not the fake leverage of credit cards or day trading. The leverage of building one delivery pipeline once and running many clients through it at a flat monthly fee forever. Here's what is actually happening underneath. You're not selling your time anymore. You're selling access to a machine you built. The machine is half process, half AI tools, half your own judgment calls. And nobody teaches this in school because school is still optimizing students for the old world. The world where you graduate, submit a resume, wait for an employer to value you, and work a 40-year career, that world is not coming back. The students making $10,000 a month are not waiting for it to come back. They are just building the machine now while they are still sleeping in the dorm. So what does the machine actually look like? Let me walk you through it step by step. Step 1, pick one output, not 12, not a menu, one thing you will deliver for one type of client. Short form video clips for business podcasts, landing pages for solo coaches, cold email sequences for software companies. Pick narrow. The narrower your offer, the higher your price, and the faster you find clients. Step 2, build the delivery pipeline before you have any clients. Template the whole thing. Every step, input form, processing, quality check, final handoff. Write it out like a recipe a stranger could follow. Step 3, layer in AI at every stage where it saves real-time captioning, copy drafts. Image generation, summarization, research. You're not replacing yourself. You're compressing the hours. That is the whole trick. Step 4, price as a flat monthly retainer, not per hour. Retainers are the difference between being paid $15 an hour and being paid $1,500 for a week of compressed work. Step 5, find your first client, not on a generic freelance site where you compete with 10,000 others on price. In the specific communities where your specific client already hangs out every day online, creator Discord servers, founder forums, niche newsletters, local meetups, comment sections of podcasts in your target niche. The first client is always the hardest one. The second client comes from the first. Here's what is actually happening when you find your first client. You're not just earning money, you're proving the machine works. Proof unlocks everything. Price goes up, referrals come in, confidence returns. Let me tell you about that student in Texas. She started with cold email copy for software companies. One client at $900 a month. She built the whole pipeline on a weekend using templates. 2 months later, her first client referred her to a second, then the second referred her to a third. By month 4, she was turning down work. By month 6, she raised her prices and her clients paid. Today, she has 6 retainer clients. She works mornings and Saturday afternoons. Her total delivery time is about 30 hours a week. Her income is 5 times what her campus job paid, and she still studies. And none of it required a degree, an investor, a loan, or a single hour of going viral on social media. It required picking one output, building one pipeline, and finding one client, then repeating that quietly. Now here's the part that is going to sting a little. Most of you are not going to do this, not because it is hard, because it is boring. The actual work is completely unglamorous work. Writing the same type of email every day, running the same checklist on every delivery, answering the same kind of client question in the same way for the 10th time. There are no viral moments anywhere here. There's just a quiet machine you built, turning out the same kind of work month after month while money shows up in your account on a predictable schedule. Most people want a story, not a system. The students making $10,000 a month chose the system, which means they gave up the fantasy of overnight success. They gave up the dream of being discovered. They gave up waiting for the right opportunity, and in exchange, they got something much better: predictable income while still in college, leverage over their own time, skills the job market will pay for years after they graduate, confidence built on actual evidence. Here's what is actually happening in your life if you do not build something like this soon. You finish college with debt. You take an entry-level job that pays less than these students are making right now. You spend your 20s climbing a ladder that was sold to your parents and quietly removed years ago. You work hard, you stay loyal, and somewhere around 30, you look up and realize you never got leverage. Or you can start this weekend. You can pick one narrow output, you can template the delivery. You can layer in the AI tools that are free right now and cost nothing but your attention and time. You can find one small community where your client already lives. You can offer to do 1 month of work for one flat fee. You can run the pipeline once, then again, until it is second nature. And 3 or 4 months from now, while your roommates are still counting hours at the campus cafe, you can quietly look at your bank app and see a number going up instead of down for once. The cost is real. You will give up a lot of Netflix. You will give up the illusion that the traditional path is going to work out. You will have to learn things nobody taught you in any class. You will have to be willing to send the first message to the first stranger and hear silence back. You will have to be willing to deliver work that is imperfect and keep going anyway. That is the price. But the price you're paying right now to stay in the old system is already higher. You just cannot see it yet because it gets billed to you slowly over years in opportunities you never took up. So here's the decision sitting in front of you today. You can keep applying to the same jobs your friends are applying to and keep hoping the numbers work out. Spoiler, they will not at scale. Or you can do what a small group of students have already figured out. Pick one output, build one pipeline, use the AI tools sitting right in front of you. Find one client, then one more client. Nobody is going to hand you this. No career counselor is going to walk you through it. No professor is going to mention it in class. You have to go pick it up yourself, starting tonight, right now. Because the students making $10,000 a month are not waiting for permission. They are not waiting for graduation. They are not waiting for the right moment. They are building right now inside their dorms, and the only real question left is whether 6 months from today, you want to be the one checking your bank app in disbelief or the one still wondering how everybody else did it. Your move.